Hi, this is Terry. Today is September 13, 2023. Wanted to share with you the progress of my Chinese Snowball Viburnum. It's always hard to kind of say that word. During the shrubs update video, I totally forgot to share that one with you. What that means is I get to share this shrub with you all by itself. So in June, when we had that tree removal, it was pretty much damaged, and I was so sad about it. I was upset as well, and you can see this is what happened. So half of it was damaged, and I don't know where the other half went. Anyway, I would say in the last, since June, since the tree removal, I pretty much just kind of gave up on it. I was just like, you know what, I'll just leave it here, and if it decides to come back, that's fine. But I was just basically didn't have any hope on it. So look at how big it has gotten. Believe it or not, it actually is more beautiful than I initially had it, because it was branching, but it wasn't this kind of branching. So you can see all around it has a better growth all around than what I had previously. So I'm so excited about that. And then also I'm not sure about that, but we'll see how it goes. I think it should be fine, but we will just have to see. This plant is called the sterile Chinese Snowball Viburnum, and it needs full sun, at least 6 hours of direct sunlight, which it does get here. It grows 15 to 20 feet high by 15 to 20 feet wide, so pretty much the same height and width wise. And then its hardness zone is -30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is, I live in zone 7B, so it is an evergreen here for me. It's non-hardy in zones 1 to 2. So pretty much I think everybody in the United States could grow this plant. It is very beautiful, and I probably like it better than the hydrangeas. Now, some of you might not agree with that, but the reason I like it better is because look at the foliages, or look at the foliage. It doesn't get bothered by like a fungus infection that hydrangeas tend to get, especially the mobhead. Although my paniculata hydrangeas are doing really good, there's some damage here, but nothing to worry about. So the leaves are pretty clean, and this blooms in the spring when the hydrangeas are not blooming yet, and the blooms resemble hydrangea blooms. And then it will also bloom again, not as much in the spring, but it also bloom in the fall as well. I bought another one just in case. Not that I wanted to replace this particular one. Yeah, so this is the one area where the tree got cut down. I actually would like to put a Chinese Snowball Viburnum here. I think it will look so pretty. I don't know what you all think. I was leaning either towards the Chinese Snowball Viburnum, which is this plant that we're talking about today, or a crab apple. So if you have any suggestion for a small tree or shrub, or a large shrub that would be good here, please let me know. I would love to hear any suggestions that you have for me. So I am looking forward to having a a nice Virgo interest around here. So I got this plant back in 2020. I bought 2 plants. I gave one to my mother-in-law, and hers is growing so beautifully. It's so much bigger than mine. It's almost like a small tree now, so she is so lucky. She has a really nice soil condition and her space, so she's very lucky. Mine has another plant that was growing with it, so I separated the two. When you have 2 plants in one pot, and the grower does that to stimulate growth. So of course, you know, I was new to gardening, so I really didn't know about that. So I separated the 2, thinking, you know, I'll be saving money. So I separated the 2. One, for some reason, of course, you know, like one never does well because of that. So it's still struggling, but at the same time, it's a possibility that it's struggling because of the spot I have it. I put a Japanese magnolia in there, but it doesn't seem to be doing well in that space either. So I moved that Japanese magnolia and I put that Chinese Snowball Viburnum in there, and it's still not doing good. I want it in that space because you know, it's a good spot because when I look out from my kitchen window, I want to be able to see the beautiful blooms. But I don't know, I might have to relocate again or just give it maybe another 1 or 2 years to see how it does. This one, I know it's going to be growing so well. It's probably going to be taking off more later on. To me, it has a moderate growth rate, although it just seems like it took so well to the the crazy pruning that the tree people did to it for some reason. So that might be a good thing for me to know that it does well with and my hair is crazy with the humidity, with good pruning. So so this one is great. I'm so excited to see it bloom in the fall. Hopefully I'll get some blooms. And let me go ahead and show you what the new one looks like. All right, so this is the new Chinese Snowball Viburnum that I got from Ace Hardware. And it was $26.99. I bought it on sale, so I think I got a good deal on that. So this is the one that I would like to plant where we took out that tree, and I might just go ahead and do it. I'm still leaning between this or a crabapple tree. Anyway, so it's a fairly good size, so I think it's gonna take off pretty good. Why should you grow this plant or shrub? One is that it gives you beautiful blooms in the early spring or in spring when not a lot of things are blooming beautifully. And this looks more like a hydrangea. So if you miss your hydrangeas and you're wanting something in the spring that resemble hydrangeas, so this is a good alternative. And it also blooms in the fall. And then if you live in zone 7B, it can take pretty much like up to -30 to -40 Fahrenheit. So pretty much I think it should be evergreen in your zone. You may want to double check that, but it is evergreen in my zone here. It did pretty good despite the harsh temperatures that we had this winter. And then also it's low maintenance. I don't really do much to this plant except fertilize once every season, and it's disease resistant. As far as I know, I haven't seen any you know, it being infected by anything, except maybe there's some things some things have been eating the leaves right now, but even then you can see that it's pretty clean, and it's fuzzy. The deer does not like to eat this. I mean, they do take nibbles, or they do eat maybe the tender leaves up on the top, but otherwise the deer leave this plant alone. And you see, mostly because it's the fuzzy leaves. So that are some good reason for you to want to grow this plant. Not all plant can be perfect, right? There's got to be at least one negative thing about this plant, right? So I would say, I know it's not supposed to be aggressive. I'm always worried about plants being too aggressive. So it may, I don't know its growth habit yet. The fact that even the one that's not doing good is not even dying, it tells me that it has a very good root system. Sorry about the background noise. So it's a possibility that it is here to stay. I would not plant it close to your foundation because it does get pretty wide, and use your best judgment, of course. I think we have like a French strain down there, but I think that it's pretty far off, and that's why I planted it here. It is a specimen plant here. It is another good thing, it is a good specimen plant to have. So if anything that's negative about this plant, I would say that you don't want to plant too close to any water source, just to be on the safe side. But I don't think it says it on the tag. I just find that anything that says Chinese or Japanese, I always tend to worry about it getting invasive. So just be mindful of that and just be careful. You can always call before you dig, a phone number to make sure that you're not planting on any things that's underground that could be damaged by this plant or any other plants. And if you've been watching any of Linda Votter's videos from her past garden, you will have seen that she has a beautiful Chinese Snowball Viburnum that's insanely beautiful in her last garden. And that's what got me interested in this plant, because I didn't know about it, but just seeing how beautiful hers was inspired me to have my own here. So I'm so glad that I was able to find one, or able to grow one since 2020. So that is it. I hope you found the video helpful and useful. If you have any comments or questions, please write them down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, take care and bye for now.